I guess these aren't staying together. Hello, people of YouTube. As you know, I'm Kanji Freak. You guys probably know who I am for quite a while. I've gone up to 112 subscribers recently, so that's cool. I just wanted to explain a little bit about something I'm doing as of recent. Um, so the reason I went live is because my phone does not have enough storage space to contain a whole video at full length. So, and I can't. I don't have. And while we do have a computer right now downstairs, it's being occupied right now by my father, Mad Dog. I believe he's playing a game because it's his computer, not mine. But what I want to get on here and explain was if you frequent my channel, I know I'm not always active, but if you've been on there recently, you may notice a new video simply titled Your First Clue. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This guy's doing an ARG, isn't he? Well, to be honest, yes, that is kind of what I'm doing. And the website that you are told to go to in the video is real. It's hosted by me, and it's a forum website. Um, so here's the thing: there will be clues hidden everywhere, as many places as I can think of, and they will take different forms. Most of them won't really be understood at first hand because this ARG is a little bit different. It's about something that people don't normally think about enough or take into consideration that it's real. So I have a mental disability called high functioning autism. I've talked about this before in some of my streams, but yeah, I'm high functioning autistic, and I have always been this way. And autism is something that's really gone underappreciated. It's on the rise, honestly, and nobody knows why or how. And I'm actually glad it is because, for a while, when I first found out that I was autistic, I thought I was literally the only person in like a 900-mile radius that was like this. Okay? Like, I literally thought I was the only person in the world who was autistic at first because, me being a little kid, I had such a wild imagination. Excuse me. Sorry, I've had a runny nose today. The air in my room is quite dry, so I've been sneezing a lot. But as I was saying, well, I've tried explaining autism to people before, and I haven't been successful because I've been in situations where it's really important to know something important about my disability, and um, you know, I haven't always been the best at explaining it because either failing to explain it properly has gotten me in trouble, or it's kept me from progressing, moving forward in my life somehow. Now I know what you're thinking. Like, what could possibly be causing that to happen? Well, I've had to talk to. I've had to explain this to a couple doctors before. I had to explain. I had to try to explain to my therapist, but she knows enough about it. That she doesn't need an explanation. I tried explaining it to a couple of my friends. My point is, it's hard for me to describe and explain to people. But since there are other people with autism, uh, you know, I just figured it would help them out if I tried to do some of the work for them and try to put autism into a better perspective than it has now. So, what I mean by this is By participating in this ARG and looking for clues and hints and watching through videos and reading through things and looking for clues on what to do next, you're not just participating in an ARG, you are learning more about why this exists and how it affects the people that have it. Because the truth is, like, I don't let you guys see this part of me, but I get angry really easily, actually. It's just all off camera, off screen, because I don't want you guys to see that part of me. It's a very, it's a very unpleasant anger that I sustain, and I'm still battling it. You know, you might be wondering what the heck is going on in this video right now, and I know nobody's watching at the moment because I'm live. But I did that because my phone doesn't have enough space to keep a whole length video. You know, so you might be wondering, well, is this a clue? Whatever heck you're doing now? It might be. You might have to look around for something. Like I said, like I said this in the video, but it didn't say because there wasn't enough space. You will be making use of some ciphers and encryption methods and decryption keys. So I suggest, if you don't know anything about ciphers or how to decrypt messages, I suggest you start Googling it and learning the basics of it. Because there might be a couple ciphers you might not recognize or know how to crack. Now, I know a couple myself that you might recognize. I'm not going to reveal which ones I know, because that will spoil some future clues I have here coming up in the next couple hours or so that I'm about to put. But I do have plans for a way to make this ARG a little easier. I know that in my introduction video, Your First Clue, I said that I couldn't make this an easy task, and that is still true. As much as I'd love to make this easy for you guys, I'm afraid that it's not quite that simple. Partly due to the nature of studying autism and research done for it the way it's done. Because when you research autism, you can't just Google it or read a book about it and then instantly know everything about it. You have to actually observe what it looks like when somebody with autism goes through something specific. Like when a person with autism is really scared to the point of having a panic attack. If you don't know what exactly that looks like, or how somebody reacts to something in that state, how are you going to know how to treat it? How are you going to know how to ask what to do if they prefer to be verbal? Because I used to be nonverbal as a little kid. Well, I was until I was maybe 3 years old. Partly because I didn't quite know how to communicate yet. I didn't, but I have a very special mind. Ever since I was that age, I've always had a special way of thinking and a very special method of learning things very quickly. I never understood myself how I was able to learn things so quickly as a little kid. Even as a toddler, like, shapes took me less than a day. ABCs took me less than an hour. That kind of thing. Learning the names of all the people on SpongeBob, that took less than a minute. You get the idea. If it was simple enough, if I could see it, and I could see what it looks like, I'm pretty sure I could catch on to it very quickly. I never understood how I became this intelligent. I like to think it's a gift, and I'm pretty sure it is, because I haven't found a way to explain it with science yet. But I must warn you, like I said, I'm afraid I can't make this an easy task. Because, well, if it was, then I just have all the clues ready, and they wouldn't be still being made yet. But that's for you guys to figure out. It wouldn't be much of an ARG if nobody was participating. What would it be? So, allow me to think for a minute. I'm live, so I'm probably going to be doing something in the background most of these times while I wait for some heat to generate for my live stream here. Because this is the first time I've officially streamed directly from YouTube. But you want to go? You want to guys? You guys? Excuse my language. Excuse my way of talking. Tongue's twisted. You guys want to know something crazy right now? You want to know something that you might not be expecting to hear? So you know how I've been messing with the cards this whole time? That is the next clue. But you might be wondering, why have I been doing it this way? What is just stacking cards, playing cards on top of each other, one after the other like you're a zombie? What is that meant to accomplish? Well, my dad, Sleepy Wolf on YouTube, but Mad Dog everywhere else, he's been teaching me poker. And I remember, and he's had me watch a poker show with him, where after one person, I think they made third, they got taken to a special. It was like a kind of like a if you've ever seen those game shows where they make it look really suspenseful. Like it looked something like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I didn't remember exactly what it was called, but the object of the game was to look at a deck of playing cards on a digital screen, look at a sequence it presents you, and try to guess what the next card in that sequence will be based on what you see. I don't know how they accomplish this, and I don't know how they learned to do it. But if you've been paying close attention just now to what cards have been on the screen as I've been flipping through them, you'll notice that a similar sequence is present there. And that, my friends, is the next clue. And yes, the parts of this ARG will be live broadcasts. Now, due to the nature of my own equipment equipment accessibility, I guess you could say, I do have access to a computer at the moment, but it's not mine. It's Mad Dog's, my dad's. And I have to wait for him to tell me it's okay to use it. I might go live from there with his permission in a couple hours. He's sleeping right now, so I unfortunately can't bother him with it right now. If I was going to go live during that time, it would have to be without a voiceover, because then that would be waking him up, and he does not like to be woken up. Excuse me. But just keep paying attention, and I'm going to be going on and off live.
Disconnection. Power off.
Just ignore that. That's my I have a Galaxy projector in the middle of my floor, and it doubles as a Bluetooth speaker, and it just powered itself off because there's a timer on it. But anyway, I will be going live on and off for the next couple of units of time that this ARG is going to be going. I don't know if people have done their ARGs this way before. And honestly, I don't even know if the rule of thumb is that you reveal that it's an ARG. But I don't know if others have done that explicitly. But anyway, yeah. This one requires some knowledge of poker. And that sequence of cards I just presented to you, well, after I put the deck up and stop flipping through them, the clue is to use some math and some poker knowledge to figure out what the next card in the sequence will be. And I will check it myself, and as a way to check or grade your answer, I will keep the answer to myself once I reveal it, once I find it, what it is to myself. And yeah, if you guys can get that right, then the next password will be revealed. Oh yeah, that's another thing. You may notice on my when you go to my website, you'll notice a part that mentions math keys. Okay, so let me explain that. The keys part of my website, those are puzzles in themselves, but some of them will require to use math, solve simple math problems. I've actually made 2 as a way to train you and give you a basic idea of what to do. There will be more soon. But it's not just that. There will also be language arts keys, cipher keys. Oh, goodness. Sorry about that. That was my alarm. So, as I was saying, there will be math keys, language arts keys, cipher keys, which I imagine will be the hard parts, visual keys, scavenger keys. I know what you're thinking. What the hell are all these keys for? What are you doing with all these keys, man? Well, they are keys in a like a metaphorical sense, because it's more like a nickname for the way I reveal passwords to you. You're gonna be uncovering a lot of passwords on this website of mine, and you're gonna be using a lot of passwords in different places. Because like I said, I can't make this easy because of the way autism study is. If I knew all the answers already, then there would be no need for this ARG to exist. That's part of why it exists, because I don't know everything about it myself. Excuse me, I blanked out for a minute. You know something? I better share this. Well, no, then again, I better. Oh God, what happened? Where's the? Oh, oh, okay. Well, sorry, my phone just pretended to crash for some reason. Um, what was I going to do next? Oh yeah, so this is the first time I will be going offline for a couple minutes. Then I'll be back on shortly for the next part of the ARG.